The Fat Joe deal for me is he's taken this very personal, and I don't know where that came from. I've never called the
Personally.
man out. I've never said I have
A few moments later.
Rubik's Cube. Like, who cares? Look like Ronald McDonald.
He said, like, who cares? Ain't no way. That's funny as hell. Fat Joe Beef and his $8 million, yes, y'all heard it, $8 million collection with Perfect Pair. This is another video what got sold. I've been seeing you guys been liking these videos a lot, and this video is quite a minute. It's about an hour. So we're gonna kind of play it by here, see if this whole podcast is kind of talking about Fat Joe. And yeah, stay tuned, watch the whole video, and let's not waste too much time.
Do you accept Fat Joe's challenge to a sneaker battle?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good time for sure. Yeah,
100%.
and not. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, and the way it needs.
I'm guessing, so this guy right here is Perfect Pair, I'm assuming. I don't know why they don't look the same person, but I hope you guys can see what it says on the right. It's just sneaker battle with him
To see
too.
him invite you to his pad, and I want to see you be as overwhelmed as you were here.
Okay, and
First of
move
all,
on after this, but
can we not skip over the $8 million collection? I feel like that is crazy. $8 million worth of sneakers is insane. I wonder what he does for a living, but I'm sure they're going to debunk it. But as y'all can see, man, it's color-coded. It looks very, very dope. But we got the signature host. I don't know what his name is, but let's go ahead and just see what they're going to talk about.
I got respect. No, I don't need to talk bad about people or do anything. So at the end of the day, my mom taught me to have manners. I'll stay with that.
Fair enough.
Straight like that? Wait, what happened? I didn't catch.
Okay, and we'll move on after this, but
Overwhelmed as you were here.
what was said?
I got respect. No, I don't need to talk bad about people or do anything. So at the end of the day, my
He
mom
said
taught me
something
to have
crazy.
manners.
Fair
I'll
enough.
stay with that.
Fair enough. Okay.
Okay, I guess his name is Jonathan. Now we know. But I guess Fat Joe said something
Today
crazy.
we have who many claim is the greatest sneaker collector of all time. A
Okay,
man whose
really?
collection is worth over, we said $3 million, but I think it's 7 or 8, whose collection is worth over $8 million
7 or 8
with
milli.
Jordans that Michael Jordan doesn't even have. I think the entire sneaker community has been waiting for this one for a long time, and rightfully so. Welcome to the Got Soul podcast. Perfect pair.
No
Kenny,
cap, man.
thank you so much
Applause.
for joining us. We
Applause for the
appreciate it.
collection. No
If you're not
cap.
the sneaker collector GOAT, who is?
I mean, I'll say this real quick. I said it earlier about a table. You know, if there was a collection of people to come together and there was the table to sit at and there were chairs at that table of the best collectors, and most certainly, definitely, I'm sitting at that table.
Good answer,
It's all
man.
subjective. Am I the best? I've never claimed to have the best. People's champ. I think that's the best way to say it. I've never beat my chest and saying certain things or whatever. I do have a lot of crazy shoes, man. My wife has
We can
crazy
see it, man. As y'all can see, oh, his wife too. But he got the Freddy Cougars. Man, I think the Freddy Cougars are like something Halloween themed. These dunks on the right, kind of on top of me, probably on the screen. I know those go for some crazy numbers. And I'm seeing this M here. I'm assuming that's a school. But yeah, we can definitely tell, man, he got crazy amount of sneakers,
It's
man.
just
This is like the
kinda-
back of a sneaker shop.
It is a thing we do. It's a thing we enjoy doing. It's not I'm not a flex. It's not a sell, get one, sell, get one, sell. So no, this is really what we do. So I enjoy the hell out of it, and it's history. Behind me is the history. Beside you is the history. In the other room is the history, and it's not a one thing. I'm not a one lane avenue, and I'm sure you were surprised to see, New Balance, Asics, Saucony. I mean, I was looking for
Deep.
the ramen. That was something we said all
Deep
day long.
bag.
So it was, for me, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? And some of those shoes have been gifted to me. We're gonna talk about relationships and things that have happened and things I've said no to and whatever. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I enjoy this. I enjoy what you guys are doing. I think a lot of people are losing sight on the reason really why we have these sneaker shows and conventions and podcasts and collection reviews and all this type of stuff. I think it needs to be saw as in a little different light, not just the value. The value is great. It's cool, but that's not why I collect shoes.
So who's the
Steve with
GOAT?
his shoes.
Man, that's tough, bro.
So who's the GOAT?
Soul Supreme 23, Puni could be that guy. He'll probably tell you no. I've had the conversation with him, and he said it'd be
Puni.
difficult to
Never
have
heard of
a
him
battle with
before.
Fat Joe. And I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe I'm out of my mind. I don't know, but I've never been afraid. So that's the thing. For someone to say that a million times it got called out, yeesh, I don't think so. So, and I replied, and all of the things that were said online, you can go back and archive it, and it's there. I said it, and he set it up. I'll knock it down. Light work, like, and it's just me, talking. It's online. I don't know that that's to be too real or anything. So we're just all playing and poking and having a good time. So, but definitely Puni's in that conversation.
Man,
Jay's
what
in
did he say? I'm sitting here trying to really digest and see what he's finna say about this whole beef. And I feel like they really clickbaited me. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to wait the whole 56 minutes
conversation
to go ahead and
to
find out what they said.
talking. It's online. I don't know that that's to be too talking. I said it, and he said all of the things that
He
were
said
said
what?
online. You can go back and archive it, and it's there. So, and I replied times it got called out. Never been afraid. So that's the thing. For someone to say that a million times it got called out, yeesh, I don't think so. So, and I replied, and all of the things that
So
were said.
I'm guessing Fat Joe called him out 1,000 times, and maybe Fat Joe is thinking he's ducking. So that's why he brought it to the internet. That's what I'm assuming. So far, they're kind of like,
Online. You can go back and archive it, and it's there. I said it, and he set it up. I'll knock it down. Light work, like, and it's just me,
huh?
talking. It's online.
Seems like a civil back and forth between them.
Jay's in that conversation, dependable. He's not even really in the game. Brian Apricata is most certainly in that conversation. There's people out there. Big Boy Chang's in that conversation. I mean, what's the best? What makes the best collection of sneakers? Having a wide variety of shoes, having the rarest,
Yeah, it's
having the
real
oldest,
subjective.
being able to wear them. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's all subjective. And in my collection, you'll see depth, wearable depth. And you won't see that in many spots, if anywhere, on this planet Earth. And I pride myself on that. So yeah, I mean, I'm at that table. I mean, if there's 5 people in the world, I'm one of those 5. I don't think a rapper sits at that table, and I'm not trying to be rude. I got respect for these guys.
He said, "Out.
I love
Where did the rapper come from, man? We talk about sneakers, and he bringing rappers in the. Oh, but Fat Joe, I guess he's a rapper. So he said, I
DJ
don't think Fat
Khaled,
Joe
great
fits into
father, great role model, great student.
it. Oh, that's funny, man. It's like he's downplaying, like he's saying really good qualities about DJ Khaled, but he's like the main thing about this is sneakers, so he's trying to downplay his
Person to
sneaker
look
game.
up to for sure. He talks his shit and has a good time, and I think that's what it should be about.
But his sneaker game is
Uh,
trash.
the Fat Joe deal for me is he's taken this very personally, and I don't know where that came from. I've never called the
Personally,
man out. I've never said I have better. Never done any of the sorts. But I can rise to any occasion when it comes to shoes, and I don't have to call Reggie Saunders from Nike. I don't have to make a. I don't know Tinker personally. Like I don't know none of these people at Nike, but they know me,
Tinker Hatfield,
and they
man.
know I'm an
Do your
advocate
homework on Tinker
for
Hatfield.
Jordans, and I'm an advocate for sneakers, and I wear them. And it's been, like I said earlier, I've had $1 for every kid that said I put them on. I mean, there may be even way crazier stuff in this house, like I would probably be a little bit richer, but that's what the game is about. Putting people on the right way and showing them the right way down the path. And best collection, subjective, bro. It's very subjective.
Facts.
Could
To
could
each their
could
own.
DJ AM sit at that table?
Looks like he
I mean,
could.
there's just the depth of it. I mean, Ben Baller. I mean, I'll say it, bro. Like he had it. He had crazy shit. Dre Lou Justina, Project Blitz. He's a beast, and it's sad what's happened to that man, and it's sad what happened in that whole. People get caught up, man, and it's sad how that
Right.
works.
Prayers,
Hope
man.
he
Ray House raid is
recovers
crazy,
everything
man.
he was supposed
Money
to recover.
long gone.
I pray for that guy. He was a good friend of the family. He came to my wedding. He knew my brother very well. Lewis and him had a great relationship. So, I mean, if Dre still had the vault, we might be all fucked. So that's just real talk. So I saw Mike Bibby say something one time that kind of, and I'll never forget it. Dre showed something one time, and Bibby straight said, "I ain't never seen that shoe," and it was a Bibby PE.
Your
At the end
own
of the
shoe
day,
is
folks, I mean, that's what this is
outrageous,
about.
man.
And Dre's been there from jump. So he's the reason resale is a thing. I hate to say that, but he's at the forefront of that. And he deserves his flowers and his respect. You know, I mean, I'm going to give it. I'm not talking shit over here, bro. Like, what I will tell you is there's not many people's houses, homes that you're going to step into that have curated a meticulous collection like I have. Very centered around Kobe, LeBron, the GOAT, Michael Jordan. And it's purposely done. It's not just, oh, give me this or Rubik's Cube. Like, who cares? Look like Ronald McDonald.
He said, like, who cares? Ain't no way. That's funny as hell. But anyway, but yeah, yo, I feel like this is all subjective. I haven't really reacted too much. I'm really trying to really listen to what they're saying. But, you know, sneaker collection is very subjective. You know, what Fat Joe may have, you know, maybe more sentimental, more valuable to him because that's what he, you know, personally handpicked. Just like he's kind of saying, you know, his is meticulously picked around a certain, like, players. But, you know, I feel him on that for sure. But let me know. If y'all had a sneaker collection and to pick one person, who do y'all think has the best collection? Now, me personally, I don't really know too many collections, but I know Fat Joe got one of the ones. I got to see what he got, but I know Fat Joe got someone,
So at
one of
the
the
end of
ones
the
definitely
day,
in the
it's
vault.
truly about, did you know about I mean, no one cared, but do you care about a last shot? Do you care about a cherry? Do you care about things that Michael actually hopped in and did all that? That's what I care about because that's what I watched as a child and as a young adult and a young man. And we loved Mike. We adored Mike. I watched Mike play till, you know, he was basically what I call like, what is that, Jackie Moon. You know, he became the guy who owned his own team and played for his own team at the same time.
Funny.
So what is that, semi-pro? I think that's the name of the movie. So, you know, at the end of the day, Mike's the GOAT. I don't consider
Mike's the
myself to
GOAT.
be the GOAT collector. I told you a second ago. I sit at that table.
So that table that we're talking about,
Yes, sir.
let's put it in layman terms. We use this all the time with a lot of the guests recently, but what is Perfect Pair's sneaker collector Mount Rushmore?
Hey, mira.
Let's see, man.
Oh, I mean, you got to give flowers where flowers are due. I mean, the sneaker Mount Rushmore for me would have Clark Kent on it. It's going to have a designer on it, and this is where people I think fell when it comes to this Mount Rushmore. Are we saying sneaker collectors?
Collectors.
Okay, sneaker collectors only. Dre Lugistini is on that because we wouldn't be here if we wouldn't be talking about Ray or any of this resale or any of this stuff. So the other two, it'd be pretty subjective. I mean, that's tough, man. Like, I would say PE
I
Vault
wouldn't even
has
know,
to be on
man.
there for me. And I mean, I've been saying his name all day.
Evo.
Punito.
Don't tell me Fat Joe. I thought you finna say Fat Joe.
There are just things that I do not have, and those men have. And they may have a variation of something that I have, and I may have a few things they don't have. But I think sneaker collecting at the end of the day is supposed to be fun. And I think that that's kind of lost the light. You know, now it's turned into what do you got? And you ain't got it. Like, I'll post something up and I'll be seriously missing one shoe of that whole collection.
And that's what they jump
And
on.
they jump right on it every time.
Okay, man. The internet
And
finds a
instead of
way.
going, man, dope. I can't believe you know, how did you put that together? Like, and that's what it should be because some of the stuff is hard to curate and put together and do it the right way, not the wrong way, not just flashing your money and spending the money. You know, that's easy to do. But I'm very picky. I mean, you'll hear some of the guys that I buy shoes from, they're like, oh no, Kenny, always want the best price. Not the most expensive price. I want the best price. It has to make sense to me at the end of the day. So,
Talking about the price, how much do you think you've spent on sneakers in your entire life?
you know, over $1 million easy. Yeah, you know, for sure.
Easily.
I mean, maybe even
Easily.
more. You know, I mean, I've been acquiring crazy shoes since 2008. So, I mean, that's been going on for a while. And then before that, obviously, was all inline stuff. Like I said earlier, pulled up to the Kitson store down there in LA with my brother in the limo. We'd buy ice cream shoes, the first Pharrell joints that came out in the tin cans that were the real deal. You know, it was not the remakes that were kind of the goofy joints. You know, we were, you know, a part of sneaker history, and that's it. All boils down to certain things. Like, what is, who has the best? It's tough to say.
Okay. So over $1 million. What's the most you ever spent on one sneaker, and what shoe was it?
Most I've
Gotta
ever
be 30
spent.
racks or something crazy like that.
It would probably be. It'd probably be the purple trap. Yeah, like I said, 20 grand.
Never
It's a
heard
lot
of
of money
these.
for a shoe.
20
Friends and
grand.
family, Purple
Yeah,
Travis
yeah,
is
yeah. With
20,000.
with the white sole.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, and I was gonna ask too. Obviously, we just spent probably 2 hours, probably a little bit more than 2 hours touring your collection. We didn't even get to see all of it. What is the plan for the collection? Obviously, you know, like you said, these are all going to be sitting in these glass boxes, and you know, a lot of them are going to start to deteriorate over time, right? So, what is the plan just to keep up with the maintenance, or are you ever going to eventually sell it?
It could go up for sale one day. I don't know. I mean, it's at this point,
Gotta
I've had
sell
people say
some.
open a museum.
It's
I've
a
had
lot of
people say,
sneakers.
you know, it will fall apart. And I mean, in essence, it will. Yeah, I get that. And stuff that I've got hasn't, knock on wood. Very lucky with that.
Because you see, like for an example, like with Ben Baller, he obviously
Oh, he
went right
cashed
to
out.
auction and sold
Yeah,
it for
no,
3.2
no, he
million.
cashed out. And I mean, it probably happened, but that'd be tough for me right now. You know, I'm not even in that. Maybe later on in life, you know, but
Yeah.
right now, I don't think. No, no one could offer me money for what I have.
But you have sold some parts of your collection. You
Yeah.
downsized it.
Yeah, I had to, man. It was with the remodel and the different size sneaker room. There was no way I was coming back with the amount of shoes that I had. So
Right.
there was a lot of shoes in another room, man, and it was the same height, same 20 tall, the whole 9 yards.
So you sold over 1,000 pairs of sneakers then.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten rid of. So I gave away a lot. So I did take a lot, like of the kind of BS shoes. Took them down to LA, gave them away, and then yeah, I've done several different kind of little sell-a-thons that I'll have for the Air Force Ones, and then I got guys that will buy in bulk. You know, so I'll send them a list, and they'll make me an offer, and I'll shoot them all off to them. And I lose most of the time. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money off of them, but I just need to get rid of
Is there any sneaker that you've had the craziest ROI on?
them. Yeah, I mean, I got rid of my Freddies and my Parises. So I might have had 13, 14 grand in the two pairs, and 60,000 is what I got paid on those two.
Dang.
It's a good payday.
It was a good, yeah.
And those are the wife's then. Those are your wife's right
Yeah,
next.
yeah. No, she won't sell none of those, bro. Like she's dead set. Like she wears them. I mean, we toured several of the what is it? Universal Studios, the Horror Nights that they do here in LA. We always do like what they call RIP, not VIP. They call RIP, and they walk us through there. I mean, I think I did that 4 years in a row. We both wore our Freddies. So I mean, I definitely wore the crap out of those shoes. I got my miles. And I'm glad the next guy who owns them, he's a sneakerhead guy too, and he wears them the same. He didn't put them up in a case, and you know, and a lot of what's behind me, you know, like I do wear 90% of what's behind me. There are a
That's
couple
tough. I was
shoes
about to
behind me
ask
that I
that
will
same
not put on
question,
my foot,
man.
like the Usher joint.
Because I know for me, for sure, that would be hard to go through every single pair of those sneakers. I know it's not even just this glass wall itself. I know he got
Again, offer
multiple.
60K, I won't sell it. You know, it's not
60K
worth
pure
it to
gold.
me yet. You know, it's
What
one
y'all
of
think
those
about
deals
these,
where
man?
if the time is right and it works out for me, yeah, I'll let it go, you know, and it has to make sense. Like it really has. I ain't gonna find another one of those. And everyone that I've seen, like I'm almost cringing at it because you could tell they left it in a hot environment and it got that mold on the side of it and it started eating up the gold. So that's, you know, for me, it's again,
It's a waste of
I probably am
money.
the only pair besides Usher in that condition.
Wow. And yeah, I mean, you obviously mentioned the Freddies and the Paris that you let go.
Yep.
But like you said, you still have how many? What's the exact number again?
There's 1,803 pairs of shoes in this house.
So let's not get it all twisted. He still has
1,800.
plenty enough pairs, but I want to ask, out of that 1,000 or so that you did get rid of, or even it can be even before that, what's like been your biggest sneaker regret or biggest sneaker that you regret letting go of?
Well, here it goes. This will be the bombshell for a lot of people right here. The Fukijama. I sold that to
Please
down the East
stop.
Coast, and that went up to a Sotheby's auction, and
Oh, this
they
is a
made
Terror
a lot of
Squad
money
shoe?
from it. I mean, I made a lot of money from it too. If that shoe would have been my size, I'd have never left you. But being that it was a 10 and a half,
You look crazy as hell.
I had my fun with it. I've got all the photos and videos and everything that I could ever use in my lifetime. And that was part of the, like, I understood if I get rid of it, like, they can't tell me no. I owned it. I could do what I choose to. So, for Instagram purposes, I still got the photos to kind of smack you around, but I don't have that shoe anymore. It's not in my possession. Got sold. And that's probably if I had one to choose back, it'd probably be that one. My wife says I should say my Freddies or my Parises, or even I had two yellow lobs at one time. I had a pretty nasty
Yellow
collection
lobs,
of
that rare?
SBs. It wasn't the best, but I mean, I had real entourages. I had all that stuff, like not an entourage with the gum sole, like the Friends and Family, all black, with the little movie entourage thing on the tongue, the whole nine. So I think my pair actually went to that auction too. I'm not maybe wrong, but I believe it did. That was through another source. The point is that'd probably be the only one, the Fukijama. I'd probably want that one back just because of the simple fact of what happened after I got rid of that damn shoe.
What happened?
The infamous Fukijama.
Oh, buddy. And what's crazy about that shoe, bro, is like I said, I didn't pay a lot. I mean, I did pay a lot, but not a crazy amount of money for it. And it was down in my living room for many a years. Had a little cubby with a light on it. Like, I bragged about it for many a years. That was like, to me, the Grail Air Force One. Like, you can't. I don't know how you get any better than that. And it to be the real deal, made from Matt Dillon, the originator of the shoe, who made it. He legit checked the whole nine. So it was a real thing. I've seen a couple for sale. I know the Turtle pair got sold with that crazy box that said Turtle on it. So, would that be, a cool sneaker to acquire again? It would be. But again, like, I wish it was size 12 to where I could at least slip it on the foot.
Okay. At all these crazy pairs that you've sold, kept, whatever it might be, what's the craziest story you ever have to obtain a pair of sneakers?
Camp outside? 4
I
a.m.?
mean, I could tell a couple. Like, I've got one where my guy Gerard, he came across the pond. He came from Europe. He brought quite a few shoes with him. Picked him up at the airport, the whole 9 yards, in a limousine. Drove him to my pad up here. We had a day of it. Next day took him back to the airport, the whole 9 yards. And that was me buying 6 shoes and me acquiring some of these Michael Jordan PEs that I have. And he's your guy. Like, I mean, so that's probably a cool moment there. And
So your overseas friend for the other pairs you were talking about, you personally flew him
yeah,
in?
I did. Yeah, I paid for his flight in the whole 9 yards. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how many pairs did you buy? Was that one time, or did you buy more pairs off?
So I've bought several like OG infrareds from him. I've probably bought about 10 pairs throughout the years from Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah.
And would you do it again? Like, for example, fly someone in and...
For sure. Yeah. If it makes sense, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where I got that game worn sign.
Oh, Pete, man, he
chair.
got the cements on. Smooth little fit.
Yeah, if it makes sense.
See what we got in the collection, man. I see a whole lot of 4s, I see a 5. I see some 3s up here. This collection looking pretty solid, though. That's one thing I got to get me on. I got to get me a pair of these or like a bunch of these clear sneaker boxes because my sneaker collection is definitely getting bigger and bigger with time, man.
For sure.
Wow.
But this is the
That's
dream
where I
right
got
here,
that
right?
Game worn signed.
This is a real
cherry.
dream.
Oh, okay.
That's where that came from.
So the Cherry 13 worn by MJ against Kobe,
Oh, he
right?
got that one.
How much did you pay?
Crazy.
I believe that pair
At least a rack,
was
right?
15 racks when I bought it.
Wow.
So
And-
and it just appraised for 150,000.
Wow.
So that's great ROI.
Yes.
And then the other pair, obviously, they'll see it eventually. in the collection video, but obviously it was dropping first.
Right.
That
Well,
last shot 14
And
has to be another.
A lot of people call BS on that shoe, bro. They give me all the online guys. They give
The
me a hard
comment
time for that.
section.
Oh yeah, the guys that are at home with pizza out, chilling. So at the end of the day, bro, like it's hard to believe, and I understand some of those things. Like some stories are just difficult to grasp your head around.
So for the people at home, just so you guys know what we're talking about, you'll see it eventually when the sneaker collection video, like I said, but Perfect Pair has the last shot 14 displayed in his home, and it is signed by the entire team. Am I correct by saying that?
That's correct. Yes, sir. Double
Crazy.
signed by Michael Jordan, which is unheard of. He just doesn't normally double sign a shoe. Only signs the left shoe normally. So it's a gem.
Oh, you really know Jordan like that?
Unicorn beyond. It's the. I mean,
He said
really,
only the left
Loch Ness
shoe.
Monster. Is that what it was? So I mean, if we're saying things are that, I mean, that's that, and it's that moment that when you think about Michael Jordan playing for the Bulls and that last like chill bump
Whew.
moment, that's that
Cross.
moment. And it could be like I told you guys, you never know. Could be the first half sneaker. But we'll never know. At the end of the day, I know what I have and I know what it is and I know what it's insured for. I know what I pay for insurance on that sneaker.
What's it insured for?
$2 million.
For one sneaker.
Yeah, my buddy back home in Oklahoma owned his
How do you
own
insure a
farmer's
sneaker?
insurance company. And he takes very good care of the sneaker collection.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Would you ever potentially sell that $2 million sneaker,
It would
or
have to be like way later on in life and a move I need to make or something's happened, that
Right, you need to make some
don't
work,
maybe
man.
necessarily have the means that we have today, or I don't know. I mean, things could change, you know what I mean? I mean, people could decide to quit gambling or decide to quit going to hotels. I mean, they could decide, it could happen.
So he's in the
but
gambling
today,
I
business?
someone
really
off-
hope they don't.
but if today someone offered you $2 million, would you take it?
No,
$3 million?
no.
$4 million?
It's not for sale. I would not
Wow.
sell it. And that's just at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So it could happen later on where it's entertained and I do. I don't know. I would hate to see the value of things in 20 years. That's going to be insane.
Yeah.
That's
and,
crazy.
and I hope I'm there for it. I really do.
Yeah.
Because then maybe it could happen. Give it to the next generation to carry on that same type story that they could tell people. And then it was with Perfect Pair since its birth, basically.
Yeah. And speaking of Perfect Pair, I know the story, but I think it's a really cool story.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have all of your wife's pairs next to you, but
Yeah.
tell us, how did the name, the Perfect Pair, come about?
So a lot of people think that I like just popped up out of nowhere and crazy sneaker collection. Who's this guy? Like, who's he think he is? Blah, all this stuff. It's my wife's fault. It's all her fault. All this was under wraps and no one knew nothing about it. And then she got upset and she had her own Instagram at the time. And she just started posting. Sneakers here, sneakers there, sneakers everywhere. They're on my kitchen counter. They're on the top of the bed. They're on the top of the nightstands. They were literally behind the door. They were in the other room. Like, they were all over the house. And I was just trying to find nooks and crannies to put them in. And I already had a sneaker room. And I can shoot you pictures of that old sneaker room. I have it. And it's just amazing that the Perfect Pair started from her showing that, number one. And then number two, it was her coming up with the idea of the Perfect Pair, which geared towards sneakers, yes, but it was her and I, the perfect pair, the perfect couple.
Oh, I didn't even get that.
All
That's
her
smooth.
fault,
That's
man.
dope.
I thank her. Yes, she's got me down a lot of roads I'd have probably never gone down with the sneaker stuff.
No cap, man.
But yeah, she definitely put the name out there, and then we started doing stuff like she would take a picture in her mags, and I'd take a picture in my mags.
That's
and
a
make it look like she's
flex.
kissing me with the little crease, and that was like one of the first. I've never seen nobody do that.
Viral.
That was 2013. Yeah,
That crease is crazy. I know people going crazy in that comment section. Got my kiss, better get yours. That's funny as
Those
hell.
pictures had people mad.
Oh, very upset. And so that's the thing. Like, and again, like we just had fun with it. We weren't trying to make anybody upset. We weren't definitely beating our chests about anything. But I already had a crazy collection, and it's her fault that the world got to see it. I'll say it like
It's
that.
So you
her
didn't
fault.
have any intention of becoming famous and becoming this famous sneakerhead.
No, sir.
It's all your wife's fault.
So I've done some things in my life that don't, people may or may not know, you know what I mean? So like I said, I told you earlier, show dogs, I've done some things, I've been a couple places, I've done a couple things and danced a lot in my life. I know people see me as a bigger dude and go, damn, yeah, you can't dance. Find out. I promise you, I still can at 48
We
years
got to
old.
see the footage.
I've danced a lot of my life. I mean,
The
ask
cameras weren't on.
Omar will tell you the last thing he did in LA that was like a big deal right before our wreck that we had in 2017. He had an LA event. He told me, Kenny, you need to come up on the stage and have like a dance battle. So I was in the audience and came up on the stage when the music started popping off. And I can
we got-
send you
show
that clip,
dancing.
too. I've got it
we
on
need
video.
that. So speaking of famous, and you didn't mean to get famous, right? But there's a lot of famous athletes, entertainers, etc., that you have sneakers that they don't have that used to belong to them or were supposed to belong to them. Have any of these famous athletes or entertainers come to you and said, "How did you get that shoe? I want it back"?
No. I've had famous athletes buy sneakers from me that were size 14 stuff that I couldn't wear anymore. That I believe they still have. I know they balled in them. So I think that's what it's about too. Like I didn't gatekeep that. I didn't keep it. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, they're so rare and you won't ever get them. Like to me, I can't wear it. That's everything in that room over there. I could put on my foot. And I think that's what it's about. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
No
and you
point in
saw
buying
We
it if you
went
can't
straight
use
up to
it.
That mist blue Jordan.
20 years old.
We went right to the foot with it. So I don't know many people that are going to be able to do that and talk about they were there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and speaking of that Mist Blue 4, obviously that was, they'll eventually see it, but just it's an OG sneaker, very, very old sneaker that you're still able to wear to this day, not resold, everything like that.
Correct.
But now you're starting to see Nike come back with a lot of these OGs. For example, that Mist Blue 4 has been rumored to, come out again, and you see the Tokyo 5, the Undefeated 4. They're bringing back a lot of these grails and these OGs. Do you like that, or do you think
Obviously
Nike's
you
going
don't,
wrong
right?
there?
So my take on it is this: bring it back and give it the original status, the original shape, the original material, the original color, the satin on the tongues, whatever it may be. Not hard materials, not I mean, it's just if we're really gonna do it, like do it. You know what I mean? And I know
Right.
it may be a little bit
And,
costly because you put
a
great
little
materials
bit a little bit of my input on this. I feel like a lot of sneakerheads, they are really like into it, like really deep. Like they can really tell when the materials are off from like a previous couple of year release. And for me, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't had like the 2016 releases and just all these different releases in past years. So I find that crazy, not in a bad way, but I just think it's so interesting how, people have their own things they're interested in and, just how people pick up on things and, how people just want things to be a certain way. But I can agree. I can agree on wanting something to be original and authentic, especially as someone that has the older pairs. Because, like having the older pairs, I guess it kind of, you do have the upper hand though at the same time because you have the older pair. But I
first
can
ones.
definitely see why you wouldn't
So
want to
I don't
have
know. I showed
like
you
a
guys
newer,
colors for Harvard
faker
Press
type of feeling
Gate.
pair.
If
It's not the
I
same
can
feeling
get
vibe.
the undefeated that I have in there 4, and we can compare it to the OG undefeated 4, and you'll just see that it's one
Different.
seems generic.
Yeah.
Is just the best way I can say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's day and night when you pull out your Undefeated 4 compared to my $350
And no
Undefeated 4.
disrespect, I'm glad they did it. It's a cool sneaker moment that they brought back 20 years later and trying to give people that feeling. And I understood all of it. I bought them, you know what I mean? Like it didn't keep me from buying them, but trying to say it's the same. I hear all these kids like, oh, he tight because we got his shoe. Like, nah, bro, you did not get my shoe. You could think whatever you want, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I wish you did have the one I have. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry you had to have that.
Got it. And what sneaker do you think
I'm
should
sorry
come
you
back?
had to
Like,
have
what
that
sneaker do
one.
you think Nike should actually bring back?
Yeah, some of the higher number stuff, like I said earlier, the lemon 10s, gingers, Laney's. I'd love to see a good Laney 5. We haven't seen a good Laney 5 in a while. The last one looked like plastic. I don't even have it. I don't even have the original. I sold a lot of those retros Didn't really, but it would be good to see a nice Laney 5. I don't know. Maybe even like I mean, a better 11. I mean, these weird 11s that have been coming out lately with this city stuff. I don't know about that. I mean, a better 11, like a something that makes sense, that pays homage to something. You know, I mean, it'd be cool to see that, or even
He just said something that makes
This
sense.
week, we're hosting a
I mess
free
with the city
trading and
models,
investing
y'all.
workshop right here in
I
Irvine.
think I seen like a city
Inside-
model. I couldn't even tell you the name to be honest, but it was like a tan and a blue. I kind of mess with that
I'm
vibe.
not for the 4s. I'm not for the 3s. They've done enough of that lately. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
7 would be
4s
cool. You
definitely.
see a good 7. That came out in a while. So I don't know if people are really on them anymore, but I wore the crap out of them when I was a kid. Like I said, that charcoal 7, that might have been, and people call it Raptor now. I think that might have been the one. So I think that's probably the hardest 7 ever created.
Wow.
Straight up.
Okay.
I mean, the Miro is phenomenal, but that's a retro.
Right.
Oh, that's
I'm
fire.
saying like
OG colorway.
status.
So you're one of, if not the most famous sneaker collector of all time, right? And in the sneaker world this year, we've heard a lot of this question. We need to get your take on it.
Okay.
Are sneakers dead?
Big question.
Like a roller coaster.
Big
in
question.
life, it goes up and down. Things change every 10 years and come back around every 10 years. We need to get back to stories, and we need to get back to the feeling of why. And I think that if we can recreate these moments and give people these times to speak about things and feel it, not look at it on a phone, not, like I feel like we're losing that. That a lot of my collection comes from me being out
A
buying
part of
shoes
something.
and doing things and not on my phone waiting for it to show up at the doorstep. And I think that that's where it's been lost, that feeling that I need to go out and buy something. Like the old school malls you used to walk around. You know what I'm saying? You had to walk because that was the thing to do. And you would get a badass pair of sneakers and then bounce. Well, all the malls are dead now. Well, that's the reason why, because these kids only want it as quick as they can get it. They're not even trying to get in their car anymore to go get it. So it's tough for me. Like that era of thinking is difficult for me. You should want to create your moments because you don't have long in this life, bro. I remember being 18 years old. That was 30 years ago. So in another 30 years, I'm going to say the same thing. I remember being 48. So, and I hope I make it that long. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like it's tough. It's tough.
So is Nike
And
dead?
I don't want to speak too much on this, but I feel like, just as we've seen with the brick by brick 4s, I feel like, we need to have a lot more of those moments, a lot of more of those memories of, just great storytelling within a sneaker. Because I know that sneaker won a storytelling award. So I feel like, we need to see more emotion. We need to see like, more behind the scenes of just the sneaker. I definitely agree with that a lot.
Nah, Nike's not dead. Nike's shoes aren't dead, but it's tough to say because they've regurgitated so many things that people don't want to see anymore, and they're tired of it. And they're tired of paying premium prices for not getting enough. You can look at some of these older shoes that I showed you, and the materials on them are just retarded. But then you see some of this newer stuff that they're making us pay a lot of money for,
Well,
and they're not good. They're quickly made. So, I mean, at the end of the day, are sneakers dead? Absolutely no. But are sneakers having a hard time? Yeah, for sure.
So this hard time, like obviously Nike being like the forefront of it all, what would you do as the CEO of Nike to kind of, spin things around?
better stories.
They've done a
Maybe
great
bring
job
more
over
community
there, man. I
events.
got to realize, like, Phil built this on, some crazy sneakers that weren't even really sneakers of his, and then Blue Ribbon and blah blah, get sued, all this stuff. And he stayed in, built a billion-dollar corporation. So at the end of the day, I don't think Nike's ever losing. Does that make sense? So my mind says that all you can do is just what I said earlier, and they're trying to. It would be cool to see like how you guys are trying to, get me and Joe to do a sneaker battle, which I'm all for it.
And them get involved in that, right?
But it'd be cool to see Nike get involved like they
No
used to
cap.
with that type of stuff. And maybe that could recreate some of these moments to come back and collect. I don't know. It's tough.
No, I think that definitely is a W move. Because, let's say Nike was to come to my community and let's say it was to help out the event, I feel like that would just make Nike be much more part of my, not my household, but Nike would hold a much higher position than, like, let's say an Adidas or like a Jordan brand per se, even though it is under Nike. But I definitely get what he's trying to
Because right
say.
now everyone's
Something very
it's
community
different.
based, bring the people
It's not
together,
the same
a
feeling
good
that it used to
memory,
be. It's not the same
give people that
smells.
same feeling.
Everything's different. So it's tough to say what's going to fix what. You know what I mean? They need to create moments that are going to last a lifetime for people to talk about that wants to be passed down to recreate that moment. And that's the hard part. That's the rub, as I call
Right. No, it makes sense. And I think one of the biggest things that Nike has going for it right now is Travis Scott.
it. Yeah.
And
Yep.
Travis Scott, there's been all sorts of rumors about his contract and these types of things.
No way it
Do you
could
think that
end.
Travis Scott should leave Nike for Adidas?
There's no way he
No,
leaves.
no, no. I mean, I guess if the check's bigger for him, I mean, if that's what it's about, then get it. I mean, not going to make or break me
Right.
supporting or not supporting or however I view what I do or don't have. But don't get weird. That's my thing with it. Like, stay who you are and true to what you do. And I know people have problems and go through problems in their life, and I hope they get it right. But at the end of the day, it's stay consistent in who you are, and don't we don't gotta they ain't gotta change up and switch up for anything.
So if Travis is, I think, Nike's biggest modern asset, does Nike need Travis to stay relevant?
To a point, yes. Yeah, to a point, yes.
Really?
And then to a point, no. There's always going to be that next one coming up, and that'll be the next one, and that's always going to happen. That's with everything in life.
And guys, I'm really surprised they don't have Kai Cenat having a sneaker. I feel like if Kai Cenat was to release his own Nike sneaker, I feel like that would break like the net. And I feel like that would just be like the best thing for Nike in a way. Just because,
And there's
Kai
always
Cenat
going
has
to
so much influence. So I'm just thinking as a Nike CEO,
next
I
hot
thought that
this
would
or
have
the
been the
next hot
move with
that,
them
and
signing Kai.
always that trend to follow, and I hope Nike never loses the traction that they've already kind of lost already. You know what I mean? I hope they keep going and moving forward, innovate, make another model, make a better this, or do something to where people are really they
Hyped about
want
it.
they have that feeling I have to. I don't know the waiting in line for sneakers will ever happen again. I don't see that. That's going to be a moment for that to happen. It's going to take a real special thing for that to happen. Well, that used to happen almost every release. These fools was deep waiting for days, but they knew what was going to happen once they got the shoe.
Days is crazy,
They was going to sell
man.
it for the high and make it.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't care what sneaker I'm getting, it is not worth it for me to be wearing days. Maybe it's just my generation. Maybe just we want things too quick. There's no way I'm waiting
Mine
days
now
for a
just
sneaker.
camping out. None of them were putting it on the toe. So the resale market is what, and don't disrespect this, is what kind of caused the decline in what we see today, because it became so accessible. And I think when you take away the access, it makes it more rare and makes it that thing. Like when you guys used to watch my nice kicks, you used to go, damn, wow, this guy. That's what the jaw dropping moments. To create those is very difficult to do nowadays because a lot of people can be me or Fat Joe or DJ Khaled but these other guys that I speak of, they can't be those guys. It's impossible. You can't go buy what they have.
Right.
It's not for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously this all kind of stems back to what we were saying about Travis and the whole market as of right now. But obviously Travis wouldn't even have a sneaker if it wasn't for Jordan, right?
Yeah,
But
correct.
now the younger generation looks at because they never watched Jordan play, right?
Correct, yeah.
Jonathan and I never even really, you know what I mean? So like, but they don't even understand the impact that Jordan once had and still obviously has now. Do you think there ever will be another Michael Jordan on an impact level?
Not in our lifetime, gentlemen. I don't think so.
There's gotta be that at
And if it
some point.
happens, that's great, and the sport needs it. But I don't
There's
know
gotta
how.
be at some point.
The work ethic of Michael Jordan, relentless, non-stop, and able to still poke fun and have the moments and play golf and do the little things that he did. He endured his father's death. You know, that was another big moment for Mike while he was playing and doing what he was doing with the Bulls. Um, you know, Kobe is the second closest thing I can think to how Michael moved, the way he shot, his relentlessness of how he, bro, for people like Tiger Woods, okay, it just, you're not best golfer to ever hit a golf ball. And why though? It's your Earl Woods. So having that work ethic, that just, I'm going to eat you up work ethic, it's hard to beat it because most people don't want to do it. I think they say it all the time, like with the gym. The hardest part about the gym isn't the gym, getting to the gym.
Yep, the mental part.
And I think that's where a lot of people fail in their self. I do it all. I fail myself all the time. I'm not in the gym. I mean, but I am not a weak man. You know, I do treadmill. You know, there are things that I hold myself accountable for, but I would never say I'd have a work ethic of Kobe or Michael Jordan. And for someone to say that, that's saying a lot, man. That's eat, breathe, sleep, everything, your sport. He's wearing them, bro. Like, we're supposed to wear sneakers. And I think we've lost that. It's the value and what's worth and how much can I sell it at? I got it on the low. I'm gonna get off on the high. Like, I never really been.
Well,
with
going
that
into
culture.
that then with the resellers, right? You alluded to resellers earlier. Like, do you think that reselling killed the sneaker game?
It hurt it, yes.
Really? Do you think that there's an argument that it helped it?
It did one. So here's the thing.
It's a double-edged
The
sword.
accessibility hurt it, but it helped people come in that weren't there before. It's tough, man. That's a tough question.
What do you think of like a StockX and how that's changed the sneaker world?
That's accessibility. That's the stuff I'm talking about. Like,
So that's a negative to you.
it's
a net
not
negative.
negative to me, but it's negative that people don't have to get in the trench to figure out how to get this stuff.
Right.
It's very accessible now. So being a perfect pair today takes money. Being a perfect pair in 2013 when you guys saw me, it
Takes that grind,
it
that
took finesse. It
Took work.
oh buddy, you had to be in the trench, bro. You had to be out there. Like I mean, like even Joe talks about, you know, going to the mom and pop shops, showing up. I never put money on the thing. I just said, show me what you got this old. You know, you don't have to do all that. And whatever they have they want to sell, they'll sell it to you. You know what I mean? So it's the weird stories that go with sneakers don't need to be there. We just need to tell the truth. Like, that's my thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I'm about, my mother used to tell me all the time, Kenny, you're going to be your own demise. But you know what you talking about? You tell on your own self. And I do. I would do something bad and I would go right to her with it. Like, Mom, I just blah, blah, and tell her the whole thing. I wouldn't hold it in and let her figure it out or just shut up. You know what I mean? I told on my own self all the time. So truth matters at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people don't tell the truth. They stretch it to what they want the story to be.
Right.
And it sounds great on camera and it makes for clicks and content and all that. I said something the other day, and I'll say it again. We need to start thinking with more intent instead of content. I know the content is great, but the intent of the content needs to be thought about.
Well, I think we got some good intent content that I think could be clippable. So all the words you just said, that I have some rapid fire stuff for you, if you
Yes,
don't mind. Okay. So you're not a big Air Force collector, right? A lot of people say,
Hold on. At one time, I had a nasty collection
Okay,
of Air Force
today.
Ones. No, sir, I sold them all.
okay,
I don't wear shoes that aren't comfortable.
fair enough. So people say Air Force Ones.
Why he got J's? J's are not even comfortable. Come on now. J's over Air Forces? Man, comment down below what y'all think. Me, I'm definitely going Air Forces. Maybe because I'm just so accustomed to them. But I was literally just wearing my bases the other second,
of all
man.
time. Are Air Force Ones overrated?
There's no way.
Best-selling Nike shoe to ever be created.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
No.
Not overrated.
At least we agree on that.
And the Air Monarch. That's gonna fuck a lot of people up too.
Air Monarch, man. These are the... In high school, you used to get clown for wearing these shoes right here.
It ain't a
Air
Jordan.
Monarch. The
You do
infamous
know
dad
that's
shoe.
like literally
The
a
most selling, yeah.
which is crazy.
I get it.
I have a
I
pair
don't know
of
why
pink
people are
Airs.
buying those.
That's pretty cool.
I do, yeah. The
Wow.
Seahawk joint.
Wow, that's pretty
The
cool.
only one I have always has a promo tag on it, right?
Of course. I'm gonna give you 2 shoes, this or that. No explanation, no, just
Y'all comment
quick
down below
answer.
you're this or
Okay.
that too.
Bread 4 or black cement 3?
Bread 4 or black cement? I think we gotta go black cement 3. Personally, black cement 3.
Bread 4.
Bread 4 or Concord
Oh,
11?
Concord 11,
4.
Bread 4 or metallic 5?
metallic 5.
Bread 4.
Bread 4
What? Maybe I'm just not an OG like that, y'all. I don't know what's going on.
or last shot 14?
Bread 4,
Bread 4 or white cement 4?
white cement.
White cement 4 or playoff 13?
White.
Ooh, those playoff 13s are clean though. I might just have to go playoff, but I like the white cements.
Cement 4.
White cement 4 or white cement 3?
White cement 3.
White cement 3.
White
Yep.
cement 3 or bread 1?
Everything else loses to white cement 3.
White cement 3 is
I
fire.
don't even have to say the rest. Bread 1, flu game 12, playoff 13,
Nothing
varsity
beats-
red 6, Bugs Bunny 8, still 10, Chicago 1.
Nothing beats the white cement 3. That's just my honest opinion.
Okay.
I think it's the nicest
Can't go wrong with
ever
it.
made. You can wear it with anything.
Can't
in
be
the
mad
world.
at it.
Dress up, dress down, and you're always showing out with apparel.
No cap.
Fair enough.
And I mean, it's only rightfully so. You're wearing them today.
Yes, sir.
Clean.
I broke out a clean pair for you guys.
We're honored.
And before you leave, I'll show you the laser pair I have in there from Nike.
Yeah. Now another rapid fire thing. We got same exact type of thing.
Okay.
This or that.
Okay.
But it's gonna be people now.
Okay.
Sneaker
So
line.
yes.
Okay, okay.
So who has the best
Ooh.
sneaker line?
This one better.
Kanye West or Virgil Abloh?
Virgil Abloh.
Virgil Abloh or Kobe Bryant?
Kobe. Kobe. Kobe,
say
Kobe,
Kobe.
Kobe. I was
Kobe
gonna say
Bryant or Travis Scott?
Kobe.
Kobe.
Kobe or LeBron James?
Kobe.
For me, LeBron James, because I got the illest LeBron James collection on the planet Earth.
LeBron James or Pharrell?
And I'm just playing when I say that.
I don't think you are though.
No, go ahead.
No, but I don't think you are though. It's all good because like when people
This
see
boy
the
Cliff
collection
Farmer.
video, like they'll know like
Cliff
who
Farmer
actually
at
is the
48.
LeBron collector. But anyways, LeBron James or Pharrell?
I don't even know.
Pharrell.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Okay. Pharrell, Penny Hardaway.
Speaking of Pharrell, y'all, I'm about to actually react to a Pharrell shopping video on Complex. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you see it after this. I don't even know, y'all.
Right now, I'm going to say Pharrell.
Wow. Pharrell or Kevin Durant?
Pharrell.
Pharrell or Kyrie Irving?
Pharrell.
Pharrell or Allen Iverson?
Pharrell.
Pharrell or Michael Jordan?
What?
Go. MJ.
Pharrell is your second
Like what?
number 2 of all time then.
To me, man,
No
when you
brainer.
look back on it and you say certain things and moments and times that have been created, I can think of great times that have happened at Complex Con because of Pharrell and that I was invited to, that I was a part of. I can think of sneaker moments that have happened that he's been a part of that, you know, I go back to the ice creams. I've said it earlier. That's Kitson Store 2001, 25 years ago. Was LeBron James even playing basketball then, guys?
25
LeBron James sneak this?
So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? Like moments that have truly been created for us to go, wow, look what built up to where we are. When people talk about that ice cream shoe, it's still like kind of an elusive thing today. You know what I mean? The beeper joints and the rolled up money joints and the whole.
But even
like, that
LeBron
was
had
a
like the
moment
Palm
that was
Beach.
created that.
Was it 8s
I
or
don't
something
know
like that?
that a LeBron has done that.
Wow.
Can you name a LeBron that's done that?
South Beach 8 is the first one I think
Oh,
of, but
South
not
Beach.
to that extent. I wasn't there. I wasn't there
You know
to
what
know.
I mean? Like, but that South Beach 8, that was that hype moment in bronze that people were wearing them. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't on the court. Where now these kids are weird with this whole like it's a basketball shoe, you can't wear it. You know, and I get it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we can't wear slippers everywhere. Can't wear slides everywhere. can't wear Crocs everywhere.
Kids do these days.
I know they
No
do.
cap, I do
crazy.
too.
But they don't have a sneaker collection.
I definitely attest to
that's
it.
true.
What they have is comfortability in their life, and that's their style. So people aren't collecting shoes anymore because I don't think they know how. I'm not trying to be rude. It's difficult to curate and amass what I have put together and then make a decision. Oh, I got to get rid of this and I got to get rid of that. Those times are difficult, man. You know, and it's all wearable stuff that left my house. I always made sure I took very good care of what was ever. That's why you don't see me sell the ones that are cracked in there and whatnot. Can't do that. Like it's not in me. I want someone to get some miles out of them
Okay.
before they, you know. So.
That's
A
real.
few
That's
fan
real.
questions. We, ask the fans, what do you want to hear from Perfect Pair? Right. First one, you talked about. You've already said this before, but how did you make all the money to fund the craziest sneaker collection?
Right, that's what we all want to know, man. What's that?
Oh man, so I can
Answer
speak
that
on a
money
little bit.
question.
My family, San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, Yamava, Yahaviatum,
Yeah, I'm
Palms, and we own other properties as well. There's no
feel like
other
I've
way to
heard
say
of those
it, man.
brands
It's a
or
true
companies.
blessing. I haven't had to. I don't have calluses on my hands. I've been very blessed, and I know it sounds crazy. I retired at the age of 21 years old. I never really had to work.
Boy, this man did not work. Retire at 21? Is that even retiring? There's no way.
Never really had to
That's
do
crazy.
anything. But no, this is all
That's
a
dope,
blessing
though.
that was started from a bingo hall in 1986 or 1985.
Wow. Beautiful.
Couple
Wow.
more fan questions. Kind of
Generational
allude
wealth.
to the hill that we're currently on right now. But what is your sneaker Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I mean, again, like
Jordan
that
3,
thing, man.
white cement.
I think I said it earlier. It'd be Clark.
No, sneaker. So four
sneakers.
specific sneakers.
Man,
White
that's-
Cement 3.
White Cement 3, White Cement 3, White. No, I'm just kidding. So definitely the White Cement 3, the White Cement 4, and then I'll do 2 exclusives. I'm gonna have to do an Oregon shoe. So for me, it would be probably the Pit Crew Oregon 3, and
Never seen those before.
the Duck Band 5.
Okay.
That's my view. I could walk away with those 4 shoes and be happy.
Got it. Okay. Last fan question. What's your biggest sneaker L?
Oh, Drake, OVO, Friends and Family, 12s and 10s. So I had a moment with those. I got married 2014.
He wore those on wedding day?
I had those shoes a year or two before they came to the public. Year.
Wow.
And I had the white 12, had the OVO branding on the bottom. That shoe I wore after we got married for our reception. And that moment that I had with that sneaker, I think I paid $2,500. And what are they worth now? Like $200, $300.
Yeah.
So that's probably my bigger L in sneakers.
Damn.
People say the undefeated. You know, they'll probably be like, "Oh."
And what causes the drop off? Is it I know it's supply and demand. So if you have too much supply, then the
No,
demand
dude,
goes
we
low and the
got it.
price goes low, I think.
No, you didn't. You didn't get the Harbor Classic 8. They gave you this like generic version of it. So
Got it.
I'm not trying to be rude. It's just the real part of it. So no,
Okay.
that's probably my biggest L that
Okay.
I've taken.
Got it. Well,
Well, that and the Quai 5s that it took a long time to get money back on. But I got it back.
you were given a fake shoe. We're not going to give the details,
Yeah,
but
no, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we're gonna get caught, bro. Like we're all gonna get caught out there. It's accepting the L, wearing it on the top of your head, and knowing you made a mistake and moving forward. We're supposed to learn from it, not blame other people for why it happened.
right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So,
100%. So, I mean, I guess to end it off, Kenny,
Yep.
as we always do, we want to give you your flowers. So we
Okay.
got some flowers
Literally?
here that we have for you. I want to give these to you. We started Got Soul in 2013, right? The same year that Nice Kicks video came out. And when we started it, and just seeing that collection that you had, you've been a legend to us ever since we were kids. Since I was 14 and Joey was 16 years old, and just seeing you continue to take out these crazy sneakers that we didn't even know existed. And I think that there's so many things that you've had an impact on in this sneaker world. You know, whether it be like you said, the blackout nickname for the wear tests, and there's a million different things. We've talked about stance socks, and we've talked about all sorts of stuff that you've had a huge impact on in this world. But I think on top of all that,
Prep protect.
I think on
Crep
top of all these
protect.
things, you've done it with a large level of
Do you got
humility,
homework
right?
on
And I
crease
think,
protectors,
you know, just
y'all?
I had bad moments. I can't lie.
we
you know
all
what I
do.
mean?
We
But
all
it is
do.
what it is.
But even with the answer you just gave, when people said, "Oh, how'd you make the money?" You could say, "Oh, you know, I don't want to talk," but you gave the truth and you said, "Hey, I've been very blessed and I'm very fortunate for that." And a lot of people wouldn't have even answered the question that way, you know?
I can't tell a lie.
Right,
You know
well-
what I mean? Like, I can't say, be like, oh, yeah, I put all this together.
Right.
Nah, bro. This was done by the elders, and then we hold it together. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
we mind your P's and Q's. Like, this is a privilege to live on this reservation.
Yeah, and going to the point, you've done it with so much humility, and you really love this sneaker thing.
Oh,
You know, we really love it too, and we've looked up to how much you love it over the years, and I think you've set a great example for what it looks like to put together such a incredible, if not the best in the world,
Cat man,
sneaker
shout out
collection.
Private or
And,
Perfect
you know,
Pair.
we are really honored to be here and really grateful that you've had us in your home today to do this content, and we really hope that we can continue to do more with you, and you can see a Got Soul event in the future, hopefully soon.
Be cool, man. Like I told you, bring out the boat, bring out the sneakers, family. I mean, get people invited, get people excited. I think it would be a moment for sure. I mean, yeah, no, this is it, man. I enjoy doing this. This has been my life for the past almost 34 years now.
Wow. Well, like I said, we want to give you flowers. I want to give you one other thing too. The casino, you talked about it, gambling. When you do need to settle some bets, we got the Got Soul coin,
buddy.
Got Soul's
Yeah.
heads, best event on earth is tails. This is my personal one, but it's for you.
Oh, thank you.
And
Hey, look, it's been through it a
it's
little
been
bit.
through it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I like that.
game worn, DNA proven.
I like that.
But Kenny, just want to ask you have millions of people who follow you or know about your collection and have watched your videos and all these things. Just to end it off, would love for you to give, you know, you got your camera right there. Would love for you to just give one message to all your fans and people who have supported you over the years. Just any message for the fans.
Oh man, admit your faults. Stand on your weaknesses. It'll make you stronger. You know, there's been a lot of times in my life. You know, I turned 40 years old. When I turn 40, I'll speak on some things in life. You know, give some hopefully some good advice. Health. Health is a big thing, man, and I don't think we think about it. We're too busy partying and having a good time. We need to start thinking about that. I know people look at me like, oh, fat dude talk about health. I mean, I've lost 100 pounds. So, and to speak on it, I can, and that's the thing. Like, what's your blood work like? What's your blood pressure like? What's your cholesterol look like? Like, I think these things need to be talked about, and they're not. And it's sad because people are dying to goofy stuff that they could literally walk themselves out of on a treadmill, or fasting could really help them in life. And it's sad that people won't put forth that effort to just be better. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I would love to see people think a little bit more about longevity instead of how long the party can last or how long of a good time we can have. Alcohol, man, it's tough. Never been a big alcohol guy. I'm not a big drug guy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's, I think, another good thing in my life that I've been blessed with. At one time I did, had a little pill problem. I got a hold of that, fixed my life. Admit your problems, man. Stand on your own business, and I promise it'll make you a better person. Don't point fingers at other people saying that's why, or this is why, or they're the reason. Admit your fault.
It only helps when you admit your
Be a
faults,
better
man, regardless if
person.
it's you or not.
With that being said, I think it's a beautiful message to end it. Kenny, thank you so much. For everybody watching at home, please like, comment.
And that is it, y'all. I really like this video. I thought it was a really well manufactured video. Nonetheless, we learned a new person that has a great sneaker collection. Let me know how y'all feel about Perfect Pair. Should they go ahead and get together with Fat Joe and have like a little sneaker face off? Let me know if you think that'll be fire in the comment section down below. But nonetheless, you guys, that's gonna cap off the video. Leave a like though if you did like it, so I know what to bring more of in the future. Also hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you do not miss out on the daily content. And now that you kind of see, this Fat Joe beef and things like that, I really recommend you see him cash out at the Got Soul event. That was a very, very great video, and you can see it right here. And basically here, he's basically going to cash out a bunch of different sneakers and just, just take us along with him sneaker shopping. I'll see you guys there.